Peace fam, what's happening? It's Ben and we're here with another yoga practice. We're gonna get right into it today, starting in a tabletop position. As you come into a tabletop position, just start to open through the body. Move through some cat-cows. Let the spine naturally awaken. Shift side to side, up and down, maybe in some circles. You can always stretch out the wrist by flipping one palm upside down and then switching other palm upside down. And then we'll go ahead and get right into it with a downward facing dog. As you come into down dog, walk it out a little bit. Bend one knee, bend the other. Shift left to right, stretch out the shoulder blades. Just come into the space. If you look up at the screen, you'll see my cat here. He'll probably be here for the majority of the class. He's a pretty needy little dude, to be honest. All right, let's shift into plank pose. As you come into plank pose, try to work into your breath. Even when we're in something challenging like plank pose, we're still breathing. You can always drop your knees to the mat if you want. Let's try to stay here for another 5, another 4, another 3, last 2. On 1, send it back to child's pose. Drop the knees, hips release back in space. Allow your forehead to rest onto the ground. Take a couple breaths here. Let things slow down for a moment. Breathe in and out. Ask yourself, how am I doing today? How is my mind doing? How is my breath doing? And then from here, let's come back up to tabletop. And from tabletop, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, reach the right foot to the sky, 3-legged dog. Step the right foot forward all the way top of the mat. Drop the left knee down behind you. Flip the top of the left foot to press down. Reach the hands up to the sky. Stretch up into a lunge. So we're really feeling some energy come into the hips here. First lunge of the practice. Let's take a full breath in. Full breath out. Bring the hands down to the mat. Pull the hips back, half splits. You might need to lengthen out your stance a little bit. And try to engage through the right quad muscles. Try to flex the right toes back, make it nice and active. We'll take an inhale. On the exhale, come forward. As we come forward, we'll come forward into a balance all the way into warrior 3. We'll float the left leg off the mat. Nice and long through the spine. Lots of energy through the left leg. I like to point my left toes back. It's a good reminder for me to energize. And then step back, high crescent lunge. So we're getting right into it today. Hands up to the sky, high crescent. Let's take a full breath in. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank pose. From plank pose, lower to chaturanga, or you could come all the way down to the belly. Upward facing dog, or you could always just take a low cobra pose. And then downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, left leg up, 3-legged dog. Left foot steps to the top of your space. Sometimes those step throughs are hard, so take your time with that. You can always, if you have yoga blocks, using blocks under the hands for the step through is a great move. And the only reason I don't use blocks in a lot of these videos is because I know not everyone at home has blocks. So I try to just teach these classes with just myself and my mat. But if you have blocks, I always recommend them. So let's take an inhale. On the exhale, release down, half splits, pull the hips back. You might need to lengthen out your stance. And just hang out here for a moment in your hamstring stretch. Just breathing for a moment. We'll come forward all the way into warrior 3. Float the right leg off the mat. Give yourself a moment to work the balance. It doesn't have to be perfect. There can always be little wobbles that you might be working through. Celebrate the wobbles. And then step back, high crescent lunge. Reach the hands up to the sky. Open the heart. And then release the hands down to the ground. As the hands reach the ground, step back, plank pose. From plank, slowly lower. Really, we'll work these slow lowers to chaturanga. And then into upward facing dog or cobra pose. And then into downward facing dog. From down dog, right foot to the sky, 3-legged dog. Right foot steps up, top of the mat. Drop the left knee down. Reach the hands up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, half splits, pull the hips back, hamstring stretch. Come all the way forward onto your right leg, warrior three. Stay breathing in the balance, then step back, high crescent lunge, hands up, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank pose. From plank, lower to chaturanga. Or you can always come all the way to the belly, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Left foot steps, top of your space. Drop the right knee down, reach the hands up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Pull the hips back, hamstring stretch. Then rock it forward, warrior three. Boost yourself forward into the balance. Then step back into high crescent lunge, hands up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down, plank pose. From plank, lower to chaturanga. You can always use the knees down to help control the lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Finding full expression in every pose. Right foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Right foot steps up. Drop the left knee down. Reach the hands up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Pull the hips back, half splits. Come forward, warrior three. Float the left leg. Then drop the left foot behind you. Reach the hands up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Plank pose. Step back. From plank, slowly lower into upward facing dog, into downward facing dog. Left foot up, three-legged dog. Left foot steps, top of your mat. Drop the right knee down, reach the hands up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Pull the hips back, half splits. We're just finding rhythm here. Pull it forward, warrior three, balance. Step back, high crescent. Hands up, inhale. Exhale, hands down, plank pose, step back. From plank pose, lower down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One more round, right foot up, three-legged dog. Right foot steps, top of the mat. Reach the hands up, low lunge. Exhale, hands down. Shift the hips back, half splits. Come forward, warrior three, enter your balance. Spine is long. Step back, high crescent position, hands up, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back, plank pose. From plank, chaturanga, control the lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot up, three-legged dog. Step top of the mat, low lunge. Place the knee down, hands up, inhale. Exhale, hands down, half splits. Come forward, warrior three. Step back, high crescent. Hands up, inhale. Exhale, hands down, plank pose, step back, move through your vinyasa. Sometimes I like to switch up the way I move through the vinyasa, just moving through the same shapes in a different manner. Know that your practice never needs to look the same every time. Okay, from downward facing dog, right foot up, three-legged dog. Right foot steps, top of the mat. Warrior two, rotate the left heel down, rise up to standing. From warrior two, find your breath. Find some calmness in your space. Find some calmness in your aura. We stay breathing the whole practice. The breath is always important. Okay, from here we'll find a skandasana lunge, shifting up and back to the back of the mat. And then we'll cruise forward, revolved side angle. So as we come forward, left hand down, right hand up, we twist. Take an inhale. On the exhale, right hand down to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Move through your vinyasa. Again, I'm going to switch up the way I'm moving through it. But you can still just do chaturanga to up dog. Or you can kind of see the way that I'm moving through it this time. So left foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Step the left foot through, warrior two. So right heel rotates down, and we open up. We have a couple breaths here. Soften the shoulders. So let yourself kind of be in this space. Skandasana, back of the mat. Shift and bend into the right knee. Then cruise forward, revolved side angle. Right hand down, left hand up. Then release out of the twist, left hand down. Move through your vinyasa. So the way I like to do it now at this point of the practice is come down to chaturanga. Come back up to high plank. Drop the knees down. Drop the forearms down. And then pull forward to upward facing dog. Then release back to down dog. Right foot up, three-legged dog. Step to warrior two. Rotate the left heel down, rise up. Inhale, reverse. Return to warrior two. Exhale. Skandasana lunge, shift to the back of your mat. Cruise forward, revolved side angle, left hand down, right hand twists up. Release down to the mat, step back to plank pose, move through your vinyasa. We're just cruising today. We're moving and grooving. Downward facing dog, left leg up, step the left foot through, warrior two. Rise up, reverse warrior, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Skandasana, back of the mat. Revolved side angle, front of the mat. Twist the left hand up. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Plank pose, move through your vinyasa. We'll meet back in downward facing dog in a few moments. From down dog, right foot to the sky, up three-legged dog. Warrior two, step through. From warrior two, reverse warrior, right hand up. Warrior two, return where you came. Send it back to Skandasana, then come forward, revolved side and go right hand up, inhale. Exhale, right hand down, step back to plank, move through your flow. Finding control and connection at every step in the way. Left leg up, three-legged dog, left foot steps through, warrior two position, reverse warrior, warrior two. Skandasana, shift back, cruise it forward, twist the left hand up, inhale. Exhale, release down, step back to plank, move through your flow. I know these chaturangas and the push-ups get to be a lot, so you can always skip those if you need. One last round. Right leg up, right leg forward. Warrior two. Reverse warrior, warrior two. Skandasana, back of the mat. Revolved side angle, front of the mat. Twist up, inhale. Exhale, hand down, step back to plank, move through your flow. Just finding little moments of connection everywhere we go. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Left foot steps, top of the mat, warrior two. Rise up to standing, reverse warrior. Warrior two. Skandasana. Shift forward, revolve side angle, left hand up, inhale. Exhale, left hand down, step back, plank pose, move through your vinyasa. From upward facing dog, find downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, find child's pose. Relax, ground down. Take a couple breaths. Feel your energy soften. Go ahead and sit up. Let's come into a wide-legged forward fold. I'm turning sideways just so that y'all can see me a little bit better. And then just begin to wave the body around. Hey buddy, how you doing? How you doing, my little buddy? I know some of y'all have pets at home. Some of y'all might have kids at home. Some of y'all might just have yourself. The nice thing about practicing at home is that we can carve out these little moments of practice and we can be okay with the distractions around us. It's not meant to be a flawless experience of being in a perfectly zen space. It's just about fitting in the practice whenever we can. I think that's the value of it. Not taking it so seriously. And just enjoying the opportunity to move the body. So keep waving the body around. We're just enjoying this nice wide-legged fold, creating some space in the inner hamstrings. Let's just take maybe 3 more breaths here. If you want, you can even just fold down the middle and take a couple breaths. Okay, let's rise up through center. And then let's crisscross the legs, just like crisscross applesauce. One leg over, and then fold forward. And for some of you, this forward fold with the crossed legs might feel like a very mellow, comfortable stretch. For some of y'all, especially if you have tighter hips, this might feel really hard, like you have nowhere to go. Either way, we just try to surrender into the space. And it doesn't really matter how deep the fold is. My fold isn't super deep right now, but it still feels like a nice deep stretch for the hips, which is really what we're going for here. Take just a couple more breaths and then we'll switch legs. Okay, rise up and switch legs. Forward fold. Just give yourself a moment to just be here. Let everything else drift away. Everything slows down. Let's rise up, and then let's create a twist. So, from here, what we'll do is bend the right knee, and then cross the left leg over top of the right leg, kind of coming into a Gomukhasana type seat, then twist to the right. Or excuse me, twist to the left. So the left leg is crossed over, and then you'll twist to the left. And generally, whenever we find a twist like this, we twist in the direction of the leg that's kind of crossed up and over. And you can use that leg as a prop to help kind of be a lever to bring you deeper into the twist if you want to. And so breathe up and down a few times here. What I mean by that is on the inhales, feel the spine lengthening up. On the exhales, feel yourself work into the twist, and just continue that energy for a couple moments. And switch sides. Come back through center. This time, left leg bends. Left leg is the bottom leg. Right leg crosses over top. Gomukhasana in the legs, and then twist over to the right. Try to sit up tall and just take 2 or 3 rounds of breath. Come back through center. Unwind the legs. Boat pose. From boat pose, lower to low boat pose. And then come back up to high boat. And then to low boat. And then high boat. And then low boat. And then you kind of get it. So you can keep going at your own pace. Just 1 round of nice core activation. And we'll keep this going for 10. 9. You got this. 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, final 3, just another 2. On 1, lay onto your back, recline bound angle pose, feet together, knees wide, reach the arms overhead. Breathe into the belly. From here, you might stay in this posture for a little bit. You might just extend the legs long and take a Shavasana. Either way, this is where I'll leave you. I recommend taking at least 3 minutes of complete rest before you continue on your day. And whether you're going back to work, or you're doing something fun, or you're taking another class, or working out, I just wish you prosperity on your journey. I hope you have a beautiful day. And I hope to see you soon sometime here around the channel. I'm going to try to upload a lot more videos in the coming months. A lot more classes, a lot more interesting opportunities to learn and grow. So I appreciate you joining. Much love, much peace, many blessings, and we'll talk soon.